talking about,
You know, Israel obtaining what he's seeking for, but the election have obtained the rest of the planet. You know, you don't got this truth that you miserable. You just read that.
Yeah. This is Galatians chapter 3 and verse 1. O foolish Galatians, who hath bewitched you, that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Yahushua Mashiach had been evidently set forth, crucified among you.
Yeah, because back then you had a lot of people who they didn't believe. Some people saw Yahushua, but a lot of people didn't. So you had to believe off of the report that the apostles give, and some couldn't believe it. But you gotta believe. That's like we physically didn't see it, but we believe that he did rise again.
That's right.
Some people are just too caught up in the carnal flesh that they just look at that as impossible, that a man can rise again. But that's been happening. That's actually been happening before Yahushua. You know.
It happened a few times in this life before. I had a cousin that was pronounced dead twice, but he lived. You know, he came back to life, raised from the dead. He got shot in his head.
So what eventually happens is, over time past, a lot of people question what they believe. They question Yahushua. They question the resurrection. And a lot of them are just like, well, did you see it? I would believe it if I don't see it. And they can convince other people. So that's why Paul had to constantly get on the Church of Corinth and so forth and tell them, like, look, Paul kept using himself as an example. He's like, I was a sinner at one point. I persecuted the church, but then Yahushua came, rebuked me, and now I'm on the team. Right? Because actually, I don't think it tells you that Paul saw the resurrection. Paul just met Yahushua. So, but he said, but you got other apostles that seen and testified. And that's why he had to tell them, like, look, bro, I'm not lying. And when you read pretty much the letters of those churches, that's Paul telling them, like, look, I'm not lying. Okay? Yahushua came and rose. Believe my testimony. Some brothers, some people were like, no, I got to see it. You got some niggas today, I got to see the Lord. You know? Believe him. He got to come to me, like you somebody. He got to come to me in my sleep and show me that he exists for me to believe him. Like the Lord's sweating you, man.
Right.
The Lord ain't sweating you, man.
You a worm to the Most High, man.
Like a lot of these jakes just say that crap. Like, for example, like the miracles, like walking on water, but this nigga a damn Naruto fan. You know, niggas walking on water and shit, he doing a little ground and all that. Niggas is hypocrites, man.
Yeah. Like walking on water, that's
Like, where do you think they got that from, nigga?
spiritual power. Raised from the dead. Hell magicians, a lot of their little shows is based around what's said in the scriptures. Healing people, you know, so raising from the dead, flying,
Water,
floating,
turning
levitating.
water into wine.
Yeah, turning water into wine. What else? Restoring, you know, a manhole, you know, stuff like that.
I think that be Chris Angel, he stuck his hand through somebody's body.
So a lot of people fell off. Right? That's why we said, well, who have bewitched you?
Yeah.
Keep going a little bit more.
Verse 2. This only would I learn of you, receive ye the Spirit, by the works of the law, or by the hearing of the faith. Well, let me read that again. Verse 2. This only would I learn of you, receive ye the Spirit, by the works of the law, or by the hearing of the faith? Are ye so foolish, having begun in the Spirit, are ye now made perfect by the flesh? Have ye suffered so many things in vain, if it be yet in vain? He therefore then ministereth to you the Spirit, and worketh miracles among you. Doeth he it by the works of the law, or by the hearing of the faith?
That's going to go into, that's another thing Galatians were known for. They was like, we got to keep this law 100% to be, you know, perfect. And the liberty that we have in Yahushua, there was a lot of confliction back then. Because some like, nope, we got to keep the law, we got to do this, we got to do it. And Paul's letters are like, don't get too bent up on the law. also gotta have faith. You know, you gotta faith by believing, and that's why Abraham is always the first one mentioned, because we have this covenant that we have. It's all because he believed. And if you really look at his situation, some people wouldn't even believe, because he was told by Yahweh a few times, maybe one or more times, like, you're gonna have a son, right? And over time past, Abraham didn't have no son, but he had Ishmael. And then the Lord said, nope, it ain't gonna be him, but you're gonna have a son. And he still believed, right? And eventually Isaac came on the line when they both were of age. But because he believed and because of his actions, the Most High proved to him, like, you're my servant. You believe, without seeing.
And Heavenly Father called him his friend.
I found that this is Proverbs 8, verse 8. It says, all the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. So they're all plain to him that understandeth. So really these parables, some of it is milk, reincarnation. I would label it as milk, but some may label it as meat. But once you understand it, it's plain. It's plain.
Right.
You can't say, like, because you want to be in the mind of the Most High, you want to understand every little thing. Men already tried that before you. And what they found out is that it's not possible. But once you understand reincarnation, or you see somebody get judged, gunshot or something, you say, look, either way, it's judgment. It's judgment.
And a lot of times people automatically know what it came from. When they get jacked up, like, damn, I know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hits you. The Lord give you that conscience, like, damn, this happened, and you automatically know.
Yeah, that's what happened in the book of Genesis. Joseph's brothers, they said, hey, we suffering this because of what we did to Joseph. Oh, shit,
Who
man.
was it? No, Benjamin.
I think it might have been
Reuben,
He was like, hey, I told y'all.
Yeah.
I told y'all, don't mess with him.
I told y'all, that's funny.
That's what you know.
Joseph was messing with him, and rightfully so.
I got it right here if you want to expound on it. It's Genesis 42 and 21. It says, and they said one to another, we are verily guilty concerning our brother, and that we saw the anguish of his soul when he besought us, and we would not hear. Therefore is this distress come upon us. And Reuben answered them, saying, spake I not unto you, saying that did not sin against the child? Do not sin against the child, and ye would not hear? Therefore, behold, also his blood is required. Yeah, that's it. It says, and they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spake unto them by an interpreter. So Joseph was playing the ass.
Yeah.
That was rightfully so.
Yeah.
He was getting his revenge back.
Yeah.
The scripture said he went to another room and cried. He was emotional about it, but then at the same time, he probably started laughing too.
Yeah.
Like, these niggas don't even know I'm
Yeah.
And he was trying hard to keep his figure, like, no, I ain't getting in here until you get. But then he heard them cry so much, he couldn't hold it in anymore. He was like, Joseph, and payback, just to get. It's funny, man. I thought of this because while y'all was talking, this is Ezekiel 18. Let me see. Verse 18, because also you got Israelites out there. You probably got some Jakes today. Okay, real grimy Israelites who believe that if your father is a wicked person, then you gotta pay for it. Or you shouldn't be able to You shouldn't have a chance because your father knew. You had Jake's back then. Back there. This Ezekiel 18, I started 18, says, as for his father, because he cruelly oppressed, spoiled his brother by violence, and did that which is not good among his people, lo, even he shall die in his iniquity. Yet ye say, why? Will not the son bear the iniquity of the father? When the son have done that which is lawful and right, and have kept all my statutes, and have done them, he shall surely live. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteous of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. It goes on to say that, if you're wicked, you're going to be judged. But Israel was complaining by saying the ways of the Lord weren't equal. And the Lord said, how? My way is just. So you got some guys out there that can only believe in the Lord if things go their way. Like, I done seen niggas do this and this and that, but their son is perfectly fine. Most High may have mercy on this son.
Yeah, in the hood, niggas don't live by that rule, Well, some of them do. Some niggas, if somebody did something to them that's worthy of death, that they see worthy of death, they'll go after the kids, man. They'll go after the kids. Kill the kids.
Wicked as hell.
Yeah. But the father, the son, don't supposed to pay for what the father did.
That's a spirit, Salaki, bro. That's spirits. Somebody just posted something like that on social media. They were saying, like, hey, if you kill my daughter, I'm gonna kill your daughter. And of course, nigga posted that. So that show you the mindset of our people.
Yep.
Totally contrary to the scriptures. They had no understanding. That's why the Lord said, y'all stupid, childish children.
Really, in matters like that, you gotta let the Lord step in and take care of that. That's why the scriptures really say to be, what does it say? Let the Lord take over. Like, don't avenge it yourself.
Yeah, vengeance is mine.
Don't repay evil for evil.
Yeah, let him take over. Because I remember Apostle McCarty was talking about marriages, right? And he was talking about how you got guys out there who say that if a woman husband don't believe, then she gotta leave him, but you can't teach that because according to what the scripture says. But even Apostle McCarty mentioned that even if the man, like, I don't know, abusive or not right or whatever, you gotta let the Lord take care of that. And he mentioned the account of King David. I forgot the guy's name, but you had a woman who had a husband in the Book of Chronicles.
Abigail.
That could be.
Yeah.
I'm not fresh on it.
Nabal and Abigail.
But the Most High took out the man and gave the woman to King David.
Yeah, Nabal.
So you gotta have, sometimes you gotta let the Most High intervene. You can't say I'm gonna take actions to come my own hands, because you could be committing a great offense.
Right. Hey, Jake did it nowadays. Hey man, hey, what's up, girl? Your man don't be treating you right.
Man.
You don't wanna be responsible for that. I always avoided that.
Yeah.
Growing up, I don't want to be a bug in their ear. I don't want to convince the woman to leave. No, you let that happen on its own.
Yeah.
Okay? But Jake be wanting it so bad.
It's crazy. Some of the greatest songs in Jake history is about it's about a nigga singing to
A married
a
woman.
bitch. I'll say a bitch. They singing to a bitch about how bad her man is and what he can do for her. Like, what's that song? This dude Mario. Baby, I just don't get it. You enjoy being hurt. I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt.
Yeah.
Everybody know that song.
Yeah.
I like the song. It's wicked, bro.
Yeah.
But if you got knowledge, then you'll know that a man can have more than one woman. So what the hell is he talking about? Joe, Baldhead Joe.
Yeah.
All it's all about, especially LL Cool J. Every song he made was about adultery. It couldn't be a woman that didn't have a man. It was, well, he can't stop me from thinking about tonguing you down. You be like, dude, why can't you just go get us? That's wicked, bro.
Yeah.
And you know a nigga like that, the reason he like that, because he big and shit. And he like, so
he can
what?
punk you out for
Yeah,
you.
he gonna punk you out.
Yeah.
It's like, get somebody else, you know? But
And that requires some work though. You know, they know women are really easily influenced and
Beguiled.
beguiled.
Yeah.
So yeah, the presentation of, ooh, the grass is greener, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's off, man. That's off.
Your own destruction, man.
Yes, you know, everything backwards, you know, like, y'all watched the Wayne's Bros, remember the episode Bernie Mac? He was trying to make Marlon marry his sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, like Marlon was just trying to just hit it and quit it. He's
Yeah.
like, nah, nigga, you ain't going nowhere. You know, trying to, you know, yeah, he basically, you know, discarding his wife. You know, because he married her because she was a virgin, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, hey, that's wicked. I guess it's law, so like you, bro. It's laws to protect you women too. You know?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, see, you women don't understand that too. It's for you, like the whole rape thing. You know, you look at that as a consequence, I guess, of being a woman. But the Most High still looked out for you, because what did he say to that man? He can't put you away all the days.
Yeah.
So
If you not take care of you.
you gotta take care of you. So even if he found out that you may not be the best wife, you can't cook, you know, you wicked, you evil. Guess what? If he was put you away, then that's evil in the eyes of the Lord, because he took you by force. So that's what the other thing you guys don't get. That was a catch. I know that'd stop me, even though my mind isn't on that. But I would sit there and say like, well, wait a minute, now, what if I'm stuck with her? You know what I'm saying? Because I measure out long term.
Yeah.
Most people can't think long term wise. They just say she look good, I gotta have her. That don't mean shit, bro. Just because she look good don't mean a damn thing. You gotta look at everything long term.
Yeah.
So some chick don't get it,
She
but
be
hey,
super wicked, man.
Yeah.
most
You
wicked
gotta
women
deal with
are
that
the
for
most
the rest of your. You gotta deal with that for the rest of your life.
Man, this dude, Charleston White, one of his latest interviews, he talked about rape. You know, he's basically saying we born into, well, y'all watch it.